home of the Packers. About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
That's Dobbs, open left side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A second down throw for Love. He's going to look for the home run ball.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's going to be picked off by the rookie from Georgia, Kamari Lassiter. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and he kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28. Here's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Mixon. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. A tight end in motion now. Again, it'll be Mixon. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll go with the option here to the short side. The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Stroud. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
Well, Mike, I know I might be a little biased toward the position, but I'm happy to see them go his way early on National Tight Ends Day. And, of course, they're happy to go his way early and often in just about any game.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The man in motion is Watson. Love to throw on first and 10. He'll find his rookie wideout from Texas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Second and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. One more time, it's Chubb. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. He'll run with Chubb. A dive, and he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Green Bay. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. So, fourth down, and it's the former Chief, Tommy Townsend, to punt for Houston. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. On play action, Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
On second down, Love gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the gun, it's Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Schultz is the motion man. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll return it from the 11. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard.
The number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Love to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On first and 10, here's Love. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start with an option play to the right. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings them down. On second down, they're going to run the option here to the right. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down for Houston.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his second year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble, not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. They'll run a draw with Mixon. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Throwing on second down. Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Love to throw it on first down. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Love. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Texans have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Fair Barron's kick is good. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, Stroud. No chance at all. He'll go down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's hot! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
To be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Stroud. To the right side, and Kurt's got it.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They look to run with Mixon. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. They'll run for it with Mixon. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this will be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Here's Love to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Ronald Darby.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers